Mr. Bruce Springsteen.
Like most teens in his generation, Bruce Springsteen took an instant liking to the Beatles. The foursome launched onto an unsuspecting music scene in the early 60s, and soon after, they amassed a fame that had never been seen before, or likely since. Springsteen once recalled hearing the Beatles for the first time. It was a life-changing experience for the aspiring musician. Find out which Beatles song helped to spark Springsteen's love of music here on this video. Like many who were witness to the dawn of rock and roll, Springsteen first fell in love with Elvis Presley. The legendary rocker prompted Springsteen to pick up a guitar.
Come on everybody and clap your hands real loud.
However, he quickly lost interest. No, it wasn't until the boss heard the Beatles that he decided to dive headfirst into becoming a musician. I saw Elvis on TV, and when I first saw Elvis I was 9, but I was a little young, tried to play the guitar, but it didn't work out, I put it away, Springsteen once said. The Keeper was in 1964. I Want to Hold Your Hand on South Street with my mother driving. I immediately demanded that she let me out. I ran to the bowling alley, ran down a long neon-lit aisle, down the alley into the bowling alley, he continued. Ran to the phone booth, got in the phone booth and immediately called my girl and asked, "Have you heard this band called the Beatles?" After that, it was nothing but rock and rolling guitars. It's lucky for us that Springsteen heard that early Beatles cut. The simple, yet effective tune was the ignition behind a worldwide movement. As such, Springsteen once called it a song he couldn't live without. This was another song that changed the course of my life, Springsteen once said of I Want to Hold Your Hand. It was a very raucous-sounding record when it came out of the radio. It really was the song that inspired me to play rock and roll music, to get a small band and start doing some small gigs around town. It was life-changing. It's still a beautiful record.